Imagine this, you're feeling good, had your morning coffee, maybe even squeeze and a yoga stretch, and then bam. Your heart is secretly dealing with traffic jams in your arteries that you didn't see coming. That's the problem with artery blockages. They sneak in quietly like that one guy at a party who didn't RSVP, and suddenly they're the center of attention, usually in the form of a heart attack or stroke. Artery blockages, often due to a process called atherosclerosis, affect millions globally and are one of the top reasons people land in the ER unexpectedly. Let's unpack the 9 warning signs of artery blockages that might just save your life and make you rethink that triple cheeseburger. Number 9. Chest pain is not always a drama queen. It might be your arteries. That uncomfortable tightness in your chest. It could be more than just anxiety from reading your emails. When arteries narrow due to plaque buildup, a delightful combo of fat, cholesterol, calcium, and other gunk, they restrict blood flow to your heart. This lack of oxygen results in a condition called ischemia, and the result is chest pain, also known as angina. It doesn't always feel like a punch in the chest. It can be a dull ache, a squeezing sensation, or even burning. Some people mistake it for heartburn, but spoiler alert, antacids don't help. And if the discomfort radiates to your neck, jaw, shoulders, or arms, especially after physical exertion or emotional stress, take it seriously. Your heart's sending you an SOS. Number 8. Shortness of breath. Ever get winded walking up a single flight of stairs and think, wow, I really need to work out? Sure, maybe. But if you're gasping like a fish out of water from everyday tasks, it could be your arteries waving red flags. When your arteries are blocked, your heart can't pump enough oxygen-rich blood during activities. Your lungs are working overtime trying to compensate, but they can't keep up if blood flow is poor. In extreme cases, you might even feel breathless at rest or while lying down. Needing an extra pillow just to sleep comfortably isn't just a quirky preference, it could be a serious sign. Number 7. Fatigue that feels like your energy got up and left. Let's be real, modern life is exhausting. But we're talking about a different kind of tired here. The kind where walking to the kitchen feels like a marathon. Chronic, unrelenting fatigue that doesn't improve with rest may be linked to restricted blood flow due to clogged arteries. With limited oxygen delivery, your muscles and organs can't function properly. Your heart is working harder just to maintain basic blood flow, and eventually, your body starts rationing its energy, kind of like your phone in low power mode. If you're constantly drained for no apparent reason, it's time to dig deeper than blaming your job or the weather. Number 6. Pain is not just about skipping leg day. Pain in your legs while walking, known as claudication, might seem like muscle soreness at first, but it's actually a sneaky symptom of peripheral artery disease. This occurs when arteries in your legs are narrowed or blocked, reducing blood flow during activity. Your leg muscles scream for oxygen, but the restricted flow can't keep up, causing cramps or a heavy, burning feeling, especially in your calves, thighs, or buttocks. It often goes away with rest but comes back when you move again. Think of it as your legs throwing a mini protest because of poor circulation. Number 5. Nausea and sweating. Your body's awkward way of saying help. We don't usually associate feeling queasy or sweaty with heart problems, but maybe we should. When your heart's oxygen supply is compromised, your autonomic nervous system kicks in, releasing stress hormones like adrenaline. Suddenly, you're sweating like you ran a marathon while sitting in an air-conditioned room. Your digestive system may also get the short end of the stick, leading to nausea as blood is rerouted to more critical areas. This combo of cold sweat and tummy trouble, especially if paired with chest discomfort, should not be brushed off as a bad burrito. Number 4. When your heart decides to beat like a drum solo. Ever felt your heart flutter, skip a beat, or race like you just saw your crush walk by? It's cute when it happens occasionally, but if your heart is throwing an impromptu drum solo regularly, that's a different story. This could be a sign that your arteries are partially blocked, forcing your heart to work overtime to pump blood. When this happens, your heart can sometimes respond with arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, which feel like it's dancing to its own chaotic beat. These irregular rhythms can be harmless in the short term, but over time, the heart struggles to keep up and the risk of complications increases. It's like trying to dance to music that doesn't have a consistent beat. If your heart is skipping or racing often, especially if you experience dizziness or chest pain, it's time to consult a doctor. These could be signs of underlying cardiovascular problems that need immediate attention, so don't wait for the next solo to go crazy. Number 3. High blood pressure. The silent killer with a loud impact. Hypertension is like the villain you never see coming, quiet, stealthy, and wreaking havoc behind the scenes. Often called the silent killer, high blood pressure doesn't usually have dramatic symptoms, but it is continuously damaging your arteries, especially when they narrow due to plaque buildup. This makes your heart pump harder to get blood through those constricted arteries, and over time, the pressure increases. The left ventricle, the heart's main pumping chamber, thickens and becomes less effective at pumping blood, which only exacerbates the problem. Additionally, the inner lining of the arteries becomes more vulnerable, further promoting plaque buildup and a vicious cycle. This silent damage can eventually lead to heart failure, stroke, or kidney disease. The worst part? You may not even know it's happening until it's too late. So regular checkups and monitoring your blood pressure can help catch it early, preventing it from becoming a plot twist in your life's health story. Number 2. Swelling in your feet and ankles. Let's talk about swelling, or as doctors call it, edema. If your feet and ankles are puffing up like marshmallows, your body might be retaining fluid due to poor circulation. When the heart's pumping power is weakened by underlying issues, it struggles to send blood back up to your upper body, especially when you're standing or sitting for long periods. As a result, gravity causes blood to pool in your legs, which increases the pressure in your blood vessels. This pressure forces fluid into surrounding tissues, leading to that uncomfortable swelling. Swelling in your legs could be harmless after a long day, but when it becomes persistent or is accompanied by shortness of breath, chest pain, or dizziness, it could be a sign that your heart isn't keeping up with the demand. This could point to heart failure or a sign that your heart isn't able to circulate blood effectively. So while a bit of swelling after a salty meal might be normal, persistent or painful swelling could be a major red flag for heart health that shouldn't be ignored. Number 1. Cold, pale, or bluish limbs. If your hands and feet are constantly cold or look like you've been hanging out with Elsa from Frozen, it might not just be poor circulation, it could be an indicator of more serious artery blockages. When oxygen delivery to your extremities is compromised, your body prioritizes blood flow to essential organs like the brain and heart, leaving your hands and feet in the cold literally. Poor blood flow can also cause your limbs to appear pale or bluish because they're not receiving enough oxygenated blood. This isn't just about being chilly on a winter day. If your extremities are constantly cold or discolored, it could be a sign of peripheral artery disease, a condition caused by narrowing of the arteries, or generalized atherosclerosis. These conditions mean that your arteries are clogged, preventing blood from reaching areas where it's needed most. In some cases, it can even lead to tissue death if untreated. If your toes are turning into icicles in the middle of summer, or you notice persistent changes in the color of your limbs, it's time to get checked out. Early detection could help avoid more serious complications like heart attack or stroke. And hey, if your heart loved this video more than it loves bacon, and that's saying something, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss out on life-saving info and mildly funny jokes like these. Got questions or weird symptoms? Drop them in the comments, don't be shy. We're all slightly falling apart here.